This is the Springfield Township Advisory Board meeting at 9750 East 100 North on September 29th, 2025. We are meeting to adopt the 2026 budget. We'd reviewed it at our previous meeting, and I don't believe there's been any public comment on it.
Nope, no public comment. Nobody's here today for public comment. No other requests.
Okay. So hearing that, is there a motion to approve the 2026 budget as presented at the previous meeting?
I so move.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the budget as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We're also going to discuss.
The only thing on the budget is when we sign that, Jim has to abstain because he's on the fire department. Remember,
Okay.
So when he signs it, he can't. He's got to say he can't. He's got to abstain from. So I don't know if you need to redo that vote.
Because he voted.
He voted. Maybe. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that to you.
Think of that either.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will redo the vote. We're going to just kick him off the voting slate here. So is there, we've had a motion, and I will go ahead and second the motion. So now let's revote on the 2026 budget. Do you approve?
I approve.
Aye. So we have two approvals and one abstained vote. So we will say motion carries.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the capital improvement plan for 2026 as required by the state now. So,
Right.
Would you like to
Sure.
talk?
So yeah, so this capital improvement plan is new, required of townships this year. So I've been on a few calls to try to understand it. And so what we need to do is plan for the future of any capital improvements we'd want, if how we'd use the township funds for it throughout the township. So for us, that would be anything related to the cemeteries that we have, or the fire department would be really the only two things we have. We don't have vehicles, we don't have any of those other things. So I had a discussion with the fire department, and eventually down the road, they are going to need a new truck. So I've included that in the capital improvement plan. It's a little bit over $550,000 coming out of the general fund. And I think 2029, I think so. It would have to be some help probably from that fire cum fund. There'd have to be more help, but there could be a potential need for that, as well as a boat for the fire department too. There's been some interest for river rescues, that they might need a boat, a better improved boat. So that's in that capital improvement plan too, at about $35,810. That's coming out of the general fund too. And 2027 is how I put it in there. And then the other thing out of rainy day is the Rogers Cemetery. It's an old cemetery, and we don't know where graves are, and that there's not a map. So there are services now that can do scanning of the cemetery and give us a map of where people are laid to rest. So I put that out there for around 35,000, I think, or so, coming out of the rainy day fund. So I put those in the spreadsheet that the state has required us to put in, and it's basically showing negative numbers, which would then result in no moving monies to the new fund called Roads and Infrastructure. Because if there's any excess monies in your township accounts beyond your capital plan, they're asking that you move it to a Roads and Infrastructure plan, and then that money eventually would be moved to the county. Because that's our jurisdiction to work for roads. So at this time, the way it shows, we would not have any available monies to move. So I did try to get it submitted in the paper with some issues. I missed the date the first time, and the second week they forgot to put it in for me. So I did post this public meeting down in Mongo at the fire department, at the general store, and then at our address for the township office. So it was a 10-day public notice given to the community, to the township for the meeting. So I just need approval that we don't have any taxpayers present for any questions. But I would just need approval of that budget and I can get it. It's due tomorrow. So I'm going to get it submitted tonight.
Is there any other questions anybody has regarding this capital improvement plan? Hearing none, is there a motion to accept it as presented?
I move that we accept it as presented.
Can Jim vote on that? So
Jim can vote on this. Well, I guess there's a fire truck in
There's
it,
a fire-
but
It's down the line. It's not like,
I think it's okay. I didn't read anywhere where you couldn't, Jim. I think it's okay. This is the first time we've done it. So if that's a mistake, that's on me.
will you second that, Jim?
I will second it.
We have a motion and a second to accept the capital improvement plan as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
I think that's all we have today.
Okay, well then, shall we adjourn the meeting?
I move that we adjourn the meeting. Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Awesome. Thank you guys.